Do you want to know, by the way, do you want to know what's quite creepy at this moment in time?
What's that?
I just sat and watched the trailer for that movie,
Hmm.
and the way there's a street light at the end of my street, right?
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. What is up, guys? Mini GT61 here, and today we are going to be doing a very special video for you guys. This is a tribute to the late Paul Walker, who happened to be one of the best, well, the second best, well, we're not going to say second best, but one of the best people who plays in Fast and the Furious, and we've got a lot of Fast and the Furious cars here for you today in this video. It took a very long time to get these cars done, and I've nearly enough went crazy getting these cars done as well. I've been struggling a little bit, and we've got between us we have got some really nice cars. And without further ado, let's jump straight into an online session, and let's get these cars out to you guys. And don't forget to give it a like, share, subscribe, and please comment as well. And don't forget to put that subscribe button, because these cars took a lot of doing. Oh yeah, guys, before I forget, there's a few songs that we wanted to play in the live stream, but we can't do it because of copyright and all the other malarkey. So we're gonna give you the names of the songs what we wanted to play. But if you play them in the background when you're watching this video, it'll help you understand what we're trying to do. So it's like without the music, what we can't play for you guys for this video. We're hoping that you guys can play it when you're watching this video, so if that makes sense for you guys. So the first one is obviously Charlie Puth, Wiz Khalifa, See You Again. The second one is We Own It by Wiz Khalifa again. And then what's the other one, what you said about for Dom?
Oh, well, this is my little take for it because to me, when I think of Fast and the Furious, I think of Dom. So what I was thinking as my little contribution to this was Los Bandolero, when you hear it play at the end of near the end of Fast 4, when they break when they break Dom out of the prison bus, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
And
it's
they
at
also,
the first
you
one,
also
I
hear
think it was, as
the
well.
end of the first one, sorry. It was in the first one, and it was also in the end of Tokyo Drift. And
Yeah.
speaking of that, I have a car parked up in the garage that is a homage to Hon.
But as you can see though, guys, at the moment, when it spawns back in onto the track, you're gonna see, wow, I've got a certain little car from Fast 1, which is a Honda S2000, which belongs to Johnny Tran. As you can see, well, it's kind of dark at the moment. We'll find some light somewhere so you can.
I'm already racing.
As you can see, guys, it's done up as Johnny Tran's little S2000, and it does look pretty nice, I gotta admit. And I don't want to say it's with the other people in this lobby, but this thing really does go quick, as you guys will find out in a second. As you can see, guys, it does like pull a nice little wheel spin off the line.
I was going to say, Minnie, if you look in your rearview mirror, you should see a black Buick.
Wow, that's in the headlights. As you can see there, guys, this car is actually pretty quick for what it is. I was going to take this out on the open road a little bit, and don't you want to join me on that one? Get away from these crazy ass drivers. the Honda S2000. And that's not good for the suspension, but
I can still see him for my Buick.
It is nice though to drive this little thing.
I was going to say it, any fast fans out there that will recognise where I got the idea for this Buick.
As you guys might click on soon, we might drop a few quotes from Fast and the Furious with some of the cars. Let's go onto the street and then I'll do the wooden quote from Donald Trump, what I do quite enjoy. Don't hit the nitrous. Too soon. Gotcha. As you guys, some of you guys might not notice, when Johnny Tran says that, he's racing Jesse pink slips the Jetta, as Jesse as a new, like, well, he's like the brains of the mechanic side. As he's racing Johnny Tran, he hits his nitrous a bit too early, and Johnny Tran sat there smiling, and he turns around and goes too soon, Junior, and he hits his nitrous, and then unfortunately Jesse loses, to a Asian punk. Unfortunately, but on the bright side though, at least he did keep his car in the end. But if you guys haven't seen Fast and the Furious 1, please go watch it. So I don't want to be spoiling it for you, what happens like near the end.
Sorry Dom, didn't mean to crash your car there.
But we're gonna quickly drive to the garage. I ain't gonna fast travel, I'm gonna be nice, so I'll let you guys admire the cars. As you guys might think this car does sound a bit flat, and I do agree with you on that one, guys. This car does sound a bit flat, but it does handle it does handle well, but sometimes it handles pretty bad sometimes as well. But that's how some cars are. You get some nice cars what handles really like a dream, literally, and then some what handles like...
I've just thought of another call we forgot to do.
What's that?
Roman's Lambo.
Oh no, we forgot the Lambo. The neon orange Lambo. Damn it. I passed the garage. Whoops. Sorry.
You didn't hit us.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm sure. It would have, a controller would have buzzed if you had have.
Ah, right. I was gonna say on my screen it said I hit you.
No.
Alright, let's see what next car we can bring out. I don't want to bring that one just yet, guys, because that one's a nice one. I don't want to be bringing that one out just yet. I'll get the other ones out of the way. Sorry, Karen.
The one I'm driving the one I'm going to be driving at the moment is my take on the Honda that they use to steal, rob rather, one of the trucks. It doesn't have as much horsepower, but it sounds just as nice.
The next car what we're going to bring out is from Too Fast Too Furious, which is Brian's Evo, which does look nice. When it loads in, that is.
I need to do one thing to this car.
What's that?
I need to drop the hydraulics back on it. I was looking, there's like something I forgot to do. What is it? Forgot to put the hydraulics back on it. There we go. And as soon as it's my take on the car, yes, I know in the movie the car had all black alloys, but the full car was black, including the alloys. But since it's my take on the car, I thought I'll add a bit of colour to it, and I'll respray the alloys green. Just add a bit of colour to the car just so it doesn't blend in.
But the alloys on the Hondas in Fast 1 had chrome alloys.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I was on something new.
But as on in the first Fast and the Furious, what some people might not have picked up on, but it's when the truck's actually driving away. It's got all chrome alloys, but there's one alloy what's not chrome. It's like a rusty one on the back, on the very back end, on the left-hand side. I only noticed that when I used to so I always watch Fast and the Furious, and I was watching it last time and I noticed it. I thought, oh, I only noticed that.
You'll understand why I was doing that when you were the Evo.
Yeah. This is the Evo.
Hey, in the words of Roman. Sorry, in the words of Paul again, should I say? What was it? Oh yeah, that's way too much cool for me anyway.
But this is from Too Fast, Too Furious, where they go to Miami. Oops, my bad.
That was my bad. Sorry.
This is from Too Fast, Too Furious, as I just said. It's where they go to Miami and take down the drug. I think it's the drug boss. I think it is Carter Ryan.
Where are you going?
To the garage. Okay.
What are you doing?
Just repairing. Burn up tires as well. And yeah, so this is what they had. Well, I've got his car, what he has in the first part of Too Fast, Too Furious, but I'm gonna leave that until near the end, which is wow. It's my pride and joy, that one is. And when I do bring that out, it's like wow, it goes really wow.
It's hard to believe that. It's hard to believe that he's gone. I mean, I was actually sitting watching Fast and the Furious the other night, and I was thinking to myself, wow.
I gotta admit though, it's tough without him now. It's never going to be the same, the Fast and the Furious franchise. But to be honest with you though, these cars from when I used to watch Fast and the Furious from the start, I was only little, and when I first saw them cars, I fell in love with them. And ever since I've seen the first one, I just kept watching them all the way through, and I watch them over and over and over again. And I always keep an eye on the cars as well. And some of the cars I do enjoy, literally. Whoa! Come on, dust cart. And this car from Too Fast, Too Furious, I do like. It's the bit what I do like from the Too Fast, Too Furious is where they got their two muscle cars, they're cruising along with the two bad guys in their cars. And
wait, is it the line I think it is?
Yeah. And the brain man decides to start talking to the bad dude in the passenger seat. He says, "Nice ride, it's a very cool muscle." And he goes, "This car does all sorts of things we like to see." And then does the seatbelt, starts smacking his head off the well, off the headboard, but off the dash. I was thinking, that's nice, isn't it? Smacking his head off the dash, and the next minute he pulls out a button. Ejectocito, cuz! It works! I love this button! And he blows him outside the car, and he lands in the water, and he's just like, wow, I would love to have a button like that in my car sometimes, just get them people out of the car. But then you think, if you think about it, will like damage your car, obviously, because it'll blow the door right off. And you could get into a lot of trouble for it, but it's in a movie as well. It looks cool when they do it. And it's so fun to watch him do these stunts and everything.
I mean, you go back to Evo, Hollywood really knew what they were doing when they built that.
Yep. But as we've said about Jesse and Tran, I've got a small surprise in my garage for you guys. I know it's not the proper car, but it is close. It looks like it, but we just need that proper car we just need that proper car in Need for Speed in order to get the perfect car for it. And excuse my language there, but yeah, the dollar pedestrian. Sorry about that, guys. I was just having to give that pedestrian something to think about. So he parked in the most obvious place ever, which was not the most appropriate place to be parking.
Consider that.
Yep.
After this, I was considering that.
Yeah, Yes. Wow. I've got a certain car for home. And god damn it, I passed the garage again. I see a problem with this car.
I swear it's trying to kill. I swear the Sylvia's trying to kill me.
The main problem with this car is that the brakes are not the best in it. But I've got another car what you guys will like. These ones I'll be bringing out soon. There's one I've got hiding still, but I'm going to bring that one out near the end. Or in the middle. I don't know when I'm going to bring it out just yet, but I will bring it out for you guys. But I'm going to bring out the Dodge Challenger, which is from end of Fast 5, where Dom and Brian have a race to the hospital like area where Mia's having the kid. So they showed the second part of that in Fast 6, where they think Letty is like deceased, but she's actually still alive. Well, I don't want to spoil that bit for you guys, but it's wow, it's
That is, the way they played those scenes out was brilliant. In order to understand that scene, you will have to watch it.
you have to watch the Fast 4 in order to understand what happens. So if you watch them all and then you get to Fast 4, you watch that one, then you watch the others, and then when it gets to Fast 6, you'll understand what's like. You'll figure out. You'll think, wait a minute, Letty's not dead, and then you think. Then when it gets to the next one, Fast 7, you'll see what actually happened, which is actually very surprising. It even shocked me.
Can I drop a line here that Vin would say? Ride or die, remember?
Ride or die. But this isn't fully done up though at the moment. I've only put the capture packs on this at the moment, so I don't quite have enough to get this done up, unfortunately. But at the moment, it does go well. It does sound proper nice.
We'll have to find somewhere to try and recreate that race.
And I've got a car for that race, don't forget. But I'm gonna be quick with these cars. What I haven't done up very much. Like runs I've only done like a little bit too. I ain't gonna like keep them out for too long because they ain't quite quick enough for the stuff what we're planning on doing. So I'm gonna get through these ones pretty quick. And then get to the ones what's been fully done up.
I'm trying not to get too close and catch you rear because I can tailgate you easy in this if I want to.
But I'd like to see you try and tailgate a certain car what I got for Dom. And I passed the garage again.
Likewise.
But there's a next car what I'm going to bring out. It's another one for Paul. This is his Subaru from Fast 4. Because his Skyline what he used to have in Fast 4 blew up. Well, Dom blew his car up along with Brian's car and then the rest of the cars. Because he did like a very sneaky tactic with the nitrous and the cigarette lighter.
I dropped the line there, but I didn't see it loud, so...
So, because in Fast 4, where they was doing the drug run for Braga, Dom found out that Phoenix, which is the bad dude in Fast 4, had supposedly killed Letty, and Dom was not very happy. When he's in one of them moods where he wants to, when he's, let's just say he's not to be messed with.
When he's having a bad day.
Yeah, when he's having a very bad day, it's best to stay out of his way because he's, how can I put it? He's very violent kind of person when he's in a bad mood. But when it comes to the certain car I got for Paul, don't forget to play the song "See You Again," because it will work with that car really well.
I was backing up to see you, I was reversing to see why you weren't moving.
So I was lighting me cigarette.
I still need to do a bit of work on this car.
Yeah, this car still needs a lot of work to it as well.
That's alright with you guys on the stream. If anyone's watching, I was going to say, would that be an issue, do you think, if you go do a bit of quick tuning up, or would not mind?
It should be alright. Sorry guys, we're going to quickly go to the tune-up shop, see what parts we can get for these cars quickly. And you're going to probably witness some crazy erratic driving, which you'll probably remember from certain films. Well, not crashing into cars though, obviously, but a certain piece of what you'll see back towards the garageway and then down that road.
Now he tells me.
As you guys can tell, this car is very back-end happy. But then when it decides to grip, it likes to go one way.
I can see some of that work.
So just gotta have a quick look to see what parts we can get. Get that part. Already got that part. Sorry guys, gonna quickly drop that turbo off there. Grab that one. So them parts there. And get that one, which is the next tech, what I'm looking for. And then obviously drop that one out like so. Get that part, which is next tech. I'm just looking for next tech parts.
Yes, before you guys start dropping hate comments to him, this Buick does have a dump valve in it.
You do get some cars what has dump valves and some what don't. It's totally normal.
And I was going to say, I'd like to see if anyone can read the reg plate on my Buick.
We'll go into free camera for this one, so we'll just quickly sneak around the back. There you go guys, that's his number plate for his lovely looking Buick. Very nice. And then we've got the lovely looking Scooby as well, parked next to it, with the alloys all done nicely.
Now for the fun bit, trying to reverse and not hit you.
And now it's time for another car.
Well guys, you've seen how wide the Buick is. So.
Now it's time for one car. What I have said about it was a bit earlier with a certain name Johnny Tran, but like I said though, it's not the actual car, but we have to improvise because it's the car. What we need
isn't in the game. So
no, it's not in the game unfortunately. So we've had to improvise with a certain car, which actually does look pretty nice. So we're gonna go to my warehouse quickly. Right, no, I can't let you see them. Well, I can actually let you guys see the other cars. What I've got, we got Letty's Plymouth Barracuda, and we got the Charger, which is Dom's obviously.
I don't know how many Plymouth Barracudas I've owned in this game.
I've
actually lost count.
But I'm trying to keep that one car a secret. What's Paul's at the moment, because I don't want nobody to see that one just yet.
What was it we were saying about with neighbours if we lived close to each other in the mornings going to work? We had the cars that we have in the movie.
It would be a real big battle of noise. And then there would be neighbours hanging out the windows shouting at us to turn the engines off. You'd be like, I'm just warming mine up to go to work.
Likewise. Just sitting there. You get that one guy?
Yeah.
Effing and being telling you to turn the engine off. I've only just started the thing.
Now, this car, what's coming out now, guys, is the... Well, it's supposed to be the Volkswagen Jetta, but we've had to use the BMW M3 Evolution But as you can see there, it does look a bit like the Jetta, but it hasn't got the spoiler what I need. And it's got the alloys. I've tried to do the alloys as best as I could. I've even looked at the picture as well to get the alloys as most accurate as possible. And I've had struggled trying to get these alloys out it was. I've even got his name on the number plate, Jesse, and it does go pretty well as well. It does look nice, I gotta admit.
I'm just checking something on my directs to see what else I need.
But as you can see there, guys, this is the Volkswagen Jetta made up for Jesse. It's based off the BMW, as I said a minute ago, but we haven't got the Volkswagen Jetta to actually do the Jetta as like proper Jetta, because we haven't got the car in the game, unfortunately. But it does look really nice, and this one does go pretty quick. I'll give you guys.
What was it?
Sorry.
What was it? I actually nicknamed that car a while back. What was it? What was I nicknamed it?
Their nickname was Supercar Killer.
There's none of these high-tech modern cars keep up with it.
As you can see, guys, I'm going to do a quick test for you guys with the speed for you. If I can get onto a straight piece of road, I'll do like a real quick speed test for you guys. It says it'll do 214. Well, I reckon we can get to push a little bit more than that.
So look at me in the mud. What does it mean? The mad scientist, Joe?
Me and mad scientists are ripping on the block, and there's a fist on the back. Ask any real racer. No matter if you win by an inch or a mile, winning's winning. But the best quote I like from Fast 1 is, Granny shifting that double clutching like you should. Hey, look at that 100-shot Naston build wells on the inside.
Two of my favourite lines are from Fast, but they're not from.
We've got it 218 there, guys, and we accidentally crashed.
I haven't actually maxed my Buick yet. I don't know what it can do, but I might try and find out.
This car does handle pretty heavy. It doesn't like to slide.
I'm gonna be funny and see if it handles like a German tank. Oh no, wait, I can't see that because that would get us into a lot of trouble.
Yep. It handles like, it does handle really bad. So I'm trying to get it to slide, and it just does not want to slide very well. It just wants to go either straight, or when it does go sideways, it just wants to go driving straight along. So it's like a four-wheel drive car, obviously. So like BMWs are, wow, let's just say, a pain in the butt, literally.
I'm sure this Buick's trying to kill him. How did Dom drive this with no trouble? That's what I want to know.
I'm not sure. Alright, the next car is going to be Leon's Skyline. As you can see, guys, I have
Jesse,
based it
talk
really
to me,
well.
brother. Talk to me, this ain't working, brother.
As you can see, though, this is based it really well, and bear with me a sec, guys. What was that again you just said?
Talk to me. This ain't working, brother.
It's your fuel mass, a nasty hole. That's why you're loading in dirt. I told you, sir. Shut. Tune the last time in. What was it? It was tune the time in. Do the NOS. There, it's tune the NOS time in. Just the valves, I think it was as well. I used to do it really well that quote, and now I haven't done it for a while. It's really mixed it all up on me in my head. But as you can see, though,
so much crazy.
No, V, you ain't here for the food. Chill out, bro. It's just slinging parts for Harry, man. I know what he's slinging.
I know what he's slinging.
He's trying to get me his pants, dog.
I like whenever he's like Leon goes, he's beautiful. I like his hair colour.
That was Jesse goes, my, he's beautiful. And then Leon turns around and goes, I like his haircut. Kind of thing. Which is actually, they're actually like mocking, kind of mocking Brian at the time, because they don't know him really well in the first one. So they're messing around with him, and Vince. I don't know what it is with Vince and Brian in the first one, but for some reason Vince has a real hate passion for Brian.
I think I know why that might be.
What's that?
It's not obvious to you that Vince has a thing for Mia.
Yeah, that's true.
Vince has a thing for Mia, and so does Brian.
But Mia though decides to go for Brian instead of Vince, which makes things very awkward.
What was it? Oh, that was at the end of the first one. Or was it midway through the first one when he goes, what was it? Looks like you got all the help you need, brother.
Yeah.
When they're having the barbecue.
Yeah, that's the one. It's like because where Leon where they're having a barbecue and Vince is like walking up with with some stuff in the carrier bag, and then he sees Brian at the barbecue, and then he's like, "I'm out of here." And then Leon like obviously puts his arms up in the air, like thinking, "Dom, help," kind of thing. And Dom shouts, Vince, get over here. We need get over here and give us some help," I think it was. And then Vince turns around and goes, "That's like you got all the help you need, brother." And then jumps into his car, reverses out, reverses down the road, and then just literally does a massive burnout, which is not very well. I don't think it was good on the engine because it still needs work. His car does, as you could tell from the first part where they stopped at the sandwich shop where Toretto's Calf, as they call it, which is run by Mia and Dom. And
what was it? Hey Mia, it was the tuner here. I forgot a line.
Oh, it was tuna on white, no crust. I know. How is it? For every day for the past 3 weeks, you've been coming in here and asking me how the tuna is. It was crappy yesterday. It's a crappy day before. Guess what? It hasn't changed. I'll have the tuna. No crust, no crust. And he has his sandwich as normal, and then obviously the crew turns up. Letty, Leon, Jesse, and Vince turns up, and they decide to cause a bit of trouble. Which is
Dom, will you get out? I'm sick of this crap.
Which is happens to be Vince decides to pick on Brian, which happens to be a bit of a colourful language bit, because it's like to start off with, it's Brian makes it a little bit worse by going, "Thanks a lot, Mia, I'll see you tomorrow," and he pays her the money for the sandwich, and then Vince decides to get up and then follows him outside, which does make it pretty bad. And there you go.
Tell them the fact about that scene.
With the fight scene between Vince and Brian, is some of the punches was not choreographed. That's the one. Not choreographed. So they was actually using real punches at the time. So some of them was, but the best part in that one is like where it's like the funny part was though was like when, because it's like they was having an argument as Brian was walking away. Someone says, I think it was Vince says, "No one likes to be a hole. No one likes the tuna here." And then Brian makes it worse and goes, "Yeah, well I do."
Yeah, I do.
And then of course, as he's about to get to his pickup, Vince comes up behind him, launches him into his pickup, which Brian turns around and delivers I think it was a left hook, which nearly knocks.
A beautiful look at that.
Yep, which nearly knocks Vince down onto the ground, and then Vince decides to spear him into the side of the pickup truck, and then Mia decides to try and get Dom to come out and sort him out. Which does make me laugh is when Dom's looking outside and he says to me, he goes, "What should be my sandwich?" And it's like, that's really funny. And then Letty decides to look at it and go, "Dom," and it's like she looks at him, it's like trying to like makes him like say, "Like, well, I ain't gonna get out there and help." And he's like, "Right," and he just walks out like that. Well, when I say walk, he more or less like he walks pretty quick with a real bad attitude on his face.
Kind of like, it's not a walk, it's more like a, how can I explain it?
A bit like a strut kind of thing, like going on, but like a real quick one. If you get what I mean, guys. But if you guys want to know, if you guys try and figure out what we're trying to say, is you'll find the clip on YouTube. It's from the first Fast and the Furious, which is a really good film. I advise you guys to watch that one.
There's some brilliant some brilliant movie punching as well.
But there is one thing I do like about the first Fast and the Furious, and if you guys haven't noticed, I do like my Skylines, don't get me wrong, but there's one car, no, not one car, there's two cars in Fast and the Furious 1 what I did fall in love with, and the one happens to be a 1969 Dodge Charger, but they call it a curse. The reason why they say it's cursed is because it was previously Dom's father's car, which happens to be the one that was racing pro stock car circuit. It was the last race of the season, and I can't get any words out. Sorry about that, guys. A guy named Kenny Linden clipped his bumper and put him into a wall at 120, and apparently he died before the tanks blew. And Dom obviously was like, he said that you could hear him screaming, but it was actually him, Dom himself, he was screaming. So he said that he died before the tanks had blew on the car, which does kind of get me a little bit, because like, if the car blew up, how the hell, sorry about the language here guys, but how did he like get the car to come back like how it is now, like in that sort of condition, all built back up again?
Let me feel me.
Kind of, maybe. And it's like the car though, it's like, the reason why they say it's cursed is that, it's like, it's not like any normal car. It's got so much torque that the Sashi had twisted coming off the line when his father had driven it for the first time. It did it ran in Pondum, as they say in the film. It ran 9 seconds flat. But the reason why it did it that quick is because it's got 900 horses of Detroit muscle. But if you're wondering, if you guys are wondering,
I think I may have to sell my Buick.
Why?
Because I need some more parts for this car.
Ah, right.
Ring Dom, see if you can get him to drop the price.
The reason why you just said that, ladies and gentlemen, is because in Fast and the Furious 1, Dom owns Racer's Edge, which happens to be the street racing like performance upgrades of the where all the street racers go for their parts, which is Dom. Sugar, that's the car I forgot to do. Oh no, I forgot the car.
What is it? It's red Mazda.
Yeah, I forgot the Mazda. You know what, guys? I've got a Mazda in my garage, which is done up as Hans, but I can completely change the alloys and the sticker wrap to Dom's Mazda. But I don't really want to be like messing up my the Hans car what I've got. And you guys shall be seeing that car very soon, which is going to be around about now. I'm going to get the car. Whoops. And we just totaled Leon's car.
Yeah.
Which was not good.
We'll get like on a half on that has popped up.
I'm going to take this car nice and steady for you guys at the moment, so you can admire the beauty of it. Excuse the cracked back window and creases on the bonnet. That was from the silly pedestrian who decided to go really slow in front of me in a van. But
this is annoying, when the other horse is in the middle of a street.
Yeah, I've had that kind of stuff before. As you can see though guys, this is done up to be as Leon's. It goes well. It's not fully done up yet, unfortunately, but it will be soon. The next time I do a stream, I promise you guys that it will be done up, like fully. As you can see though, this is level 372. That's only 394. That's 397. 397 again. 397. And we got the Mazda RX-7 right there. It's done up as Hans, which looks nice. I know what you guys are probably thinking, it's like, that's not the alloys what he had on it, but I can't find the alloys what he had on it, unfortunately, which does suck a little bit, but I can't help that.
I was just waiting. Oh,
What's that?
shop's restocked. I
Ah,
might.
right.
Nope, wait. How much money have I got in my bank? Still not enough for the parts I need.
Oh, I got a comment on the stream at the moment.
Has it?
Someone called Emma Embleton. Hi, hello there.
I hope you're enjoying the stream.
Bear with me a sec. Give me a sec. Alright. Start the car back up. I gotta admit though guys, this car does not sound like it sounds I know what you guys are probably thinking, this thing sounds like a fire in a baked bean can, and you guys are right, it does sound like a fire in a baked bean can. But as you can see there guys, I'll give you my live tuning for the drift, like the drift setup I got for this. It's drift angles like near enough on more, it's like 1 away from more, weight balance is 3 away from the front, and then the handbrake strength is 1 away from stronger, and it does help out with the drifting a lot. That does. As you can see there guys, that the miles per hour is only 228. I did have this originally at like, I think it was 234 I had it running, I think it was, which was actually pretty quick for a drift car.
My Sylvia, the build I've got here, is sitting at, what was it, 901? My Honda build, it's sitting at 901.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get it over 100, over 1,000 brake, but it's not happening at the moment. It's being stubborn.
As you can see there guys, I got all outlaw parts on this car. Most of them are to do with, well, 3 of them to do with speed, and the other 3 are to do with acceleration. That's why it's like, got the quarter mile of 8.7, 0 to 60 to 1.8, top speed of 233. And it does go really well drifting. But I still like,
You might be able to hear me in a minute actually.
for some reason I still like the sound of this car. Well, sorry guys, the reason why I'm just sat still for a minute is because I'm just like reading the text. Oh, here comes a certain someone. That again. Some of you guys don't know what I just said again for is because we're in Tokyo Drift. They got Sean. who happened to trash the lovely Sylvia, what Hans had, which is someone is driving at the moment, but they've driven away from me at the moment. But they'll come back in a minute. I'm just going to quickly park this up on the side of the road because there's no pedestrians, so it's going to be stupid enough to hit me. If they do, they're going to get a mouthful of abuse, but I ain't gonna say the mouthful of abuse, unfortunately.
I messed that up.
Again.
I need another set.
Whoa, 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 these things aren't cheap. Hey, bring that car here. I want to show it to the people. Come on. Park it up. Come on. Whoa, watch the paintwork.
Fuck. I'm sure
watch the paintwork. As you can see, his number plate says Hans on it. Same as mine that says Hans on there. This is his Sylvia, which does look really nice. Which what happens to this is what the car. This is the car what Sean destroys when he first learns to drift against DK, as he calls him, Donkey Kong.
That broke my heart though when he destroyed that car.
But it was the reaction though what Hans gave when he came up at the top of the car park. It was just like. It's like his facial expression really, it looked like he wanted to cry. And it's like, it is one of the nice cars, and as being he destroyed that car, he had a debt to pay with Hans. So he's getting him to like get the money, like I think it was like something to do with money, like getting him to like go get the money off these people. And there's one Sean did not give up on. He kept going back in. He kept checking back out, and he went back in again. He got chucked back out again.
I know who you're on about. That was a funny scene. Why couldn't you throw him down? Why couldn't you throw him down a flight of stairs and throw him back up them? That would have been even funnier.
Yeah. But then he asked Hans if he could teach him how to drift, which gave him the. Oh god, damn it! I haven't got that car, have I?
The Red Evo.
No, I haven't got the Red Evo, unfortunately, guys. I did run out of money trying to do up all the cars, as you guys can see.
Plus, the downside with this game as well, the Evo is permanent 4-wheel drive.
So we can't use it as drift, like getting the drift build, unfortunately.
And it's a pain in the backside trying to drift that Evo, as I know firsthand.
And it is one of the nicest cars I've seen in Tokyo Drift, but the one car I do like, did get destroyed unfortunately, which is the Nissan Silvia. But there was another one though near the end. I know some of you guys might say it's sacrilegious and all that, but at the time they had to like use what was around them, unfortunately. But they had the Ford Mustang Fastback body shell, which was Sean's father's like car. Well, it was found. He said he found it. Well, you know, people find things occasionally, or so they say. Find things, but I'm gonna get into detail on that bit. But he gave Sean the shell, and they needed an engine. So the car what Sean had destroyed, unfortunately, which was the Silvia, and it led to. But before they get to that bit though, Hans actually dies in Tokyo Drift, but somehow he comes back into Fast 4. No, not Fast. Yeah, Fast 4. Yeah, Fast 4. He comes back into that somehow.
Wait, didn't Fast 4 happen before Tokyo? I'm sure Fast 4 happened before.
Nah.
I'm sure Fast 4 happened before Tokyo Drift, and it happened. That was.
No, it was Fast and Furious with Brian and Dom to start off with, and then it was Brian and Roman, Tej and Suki, and then it come to Fast Tokyo Drift with the jockey who has the Viper, who Sean races back in high school, and he totals his lovely car, which was a beautiful muscle car, and I can't remember the name of that car, what he had. It was a beauty.
Well,
It
it's
was,
not an Impala.
um, it wasn't an Impala, I think it was, oh god.
Dude, I'm trying not to answer my phone while drifting.
Don't do illegal things. Even though we are doing illegal things at the moment, drifting.
Oh,
Yeah.
now it looks how it did in the movie because it was pranged the front end. No, it actually does. You know the damage that it's got in the movie.
Yeah.
Look at it now.
It was a 1971 Chevy Monte Carlo, the first his
Of
car
course.
was. It was an absolute beaut. It sounded evil as well. But the best one out of them though was the 1967 Ford Mustang Fastback. But I did like the 2006 Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution. But I reckon the 1999 Nissan Silvia S15 was a nice car as well. But unfortunately it did get trashed, and they used the engine from that into the Ford Mustang Fastback, and they used that car to race DK on his mountain. The reason why I said it was his mountain, he knows this mountain, it's his mountain, is because he did drift battles on there, and that's where he won his drift battles. But unfortunately he lost against Sean, which is now the new DK of Tokyo. But unfortunately he got beaten by Dom in one of the Fast and Furious ones. I ain't gonna say which one he got beaten in because I don't want to spoil it for you guys.
That was another good race. In the words of Sean, Han said you were fast, but he didn't see you were that fast. Oh, yeah. I didn't know Han was into American muscle.
He was when he was rolling with me.
Remember, was it nice ride? I went it off our friend on a few years ago.
Yeah. That's what he said. Sorry guys, I'm just quickly texting people at the moment. It's just like my phone keeps going off constantly, and I'm sat here about to text it and try to talk to you guys at the same time as well. And
Likewise.
it's pretty difficult. But we're gonna take these cars though on a certain drift trial, which is up in the mountains near the mountains area, which is gonna be fun.
Why is it right? I can drift this car no problem when we're not streaming, but the second we start streaming,
it's because you got the legendary Hans looking behind you when you're drifting.
I'm just doing this to make noise. Someone's go past my turbocharged 185.
Oh god.
You might want to explain that little joke as well.
Oh yeah, the reason why you just said someone go past on Supercharged 125 straight along up to the garage. What's along here while we're going up to the drift trial area? Is the reason why is because this car, if you listen carefully, it sounds like a scrambler. And that's where the 125 thingy came from.
Oh, you think yours is bad? They should have heard.
Who was that?
I think yours was bad. Yours was bad. They should have heard the one I own.
Who's that? Dude,
What's happening, man?
we got someone saying follow me, and it's like I ain't following him. If he wants, he can try and follow us, but I don't think he'll keep up somehow. Bearing in mind this thing's only like tops out at like just over 800 brake horsepower.
I'm just doing this to see if you'll follow.
Yeah, he's following. Alright, as they say, guys, drop a gear, disappear. If he loses dude in the Scooby, get to the drift scene area. I don't like taking this car over 200 miles an hour. Okay, sorry. Because then sort of things happen.
Is that for you?
Is he coming after me, is he?
No, he's just spun out and he's just touring his car.
There's a second dude behind him.
Yeah, I know, that's him. Hey, Aaron.
Yeah.
Hey, now I know how it feels to be every cop car that ever chased us.
So we're gonna do a bit of drifting with these cars, and then I'm gonna get Dom's muscle power up.
You can bump up.
Yeah, I've got to do the same here as well. My car's looking a bit worse than that. We're gonna have a little bit of fun doing some drifting for you guys. Well, try and drift. That would be a little bonus if well, kind of just drift around like that. And kind of smash as well into the
Now it'll do.
Whoops.
Tell me, right, that isn't how it looked in the movie.
Nah, it looked a lot worse than that.
Look at the front.
Oh god, we got the Scooby. Yeah.
Fuck's sake.
Subaru, I'm not being horrible or anything, but we are doing drifting and it's a live tribute video for Paul Walker. Now come there in time. What's happening? Right. Whereabouts are you? Alright. Hey. Look. You. Hello. You. Hans. This way.
What?
This way. We're going to the drift trail down this way. We're making out that we're going that way. But we're not, we're going this way. Yes, Mr. Mercedes, you hit this car, you're gonna have a lot of abuse.
Fuck this, I'm getting reviewed. You know why I'm getting reviewed?
Yep. At the moment, guys, we're gonna have to cut the drifting short a little bit. We're gonna have to battle these two numpties quickly, but I'm gonna get a certain car which is gonna make them think twice. And I got looks at it, I've got someone chasing me. Yeah. I've got Scooby chasing after me, guys. If I was you guys, I'll rewind that back a little bit and I'll play it bit by bit, see how close he was then to literally have my front end on that car. But we're gonna have to quickly go grab my charger quickly, and then we're gonna have to sort these people out.
It's really annoying for me at the minute as well, guys, because I've got my other half texting and I'm trying to drive at the same time.
Not to mention I've got people messaging me as well on Snapchat.
But dude, it's that, you know, the Muppet I raced earlier and the drag spec, yeah, that's what I thought, Scooby. A Skyline.
Alright guys, we're gonna jump into the legendary Charger. Pardon me, sorry about that guys. Alright, here's my Charger.
Are you done? Do you want another, what was it, do you want a drink?
You're done. Want something to drink? And he just holds the can up, shakes it. Alright, guys, now this is Dom's Charger, but the horsepower is a little bit different. Well, when I say a little bit, a lot. His was 900 brake horsepower, wow. I don't know which brake horsepower is normal and was without the headers on. I'm not sure which brake horsepower that was, but if I know Dom, I know
Oof.
it'd be just over pushing over 1,000 brake. So I've made mine 1,300 brake, 1,326 brake horsepower, which is, wow, let's just say it is fast, very very quick. And I don't know if you guys can tell what color like, I tried to do the color of like how he had it is, but it's like very difficult to try and get the specific color. It is like, oh, it's so hard to get the colors straight sometimes. It drives me nuts, literally. There's me usually pulling my hair out trying to get the right color. It's just like, yeah, please let me have the right color. But
I can vote for that, guys.
But this is Dom's lovely looking Charger. As you can see, it says Dom on the number plate. Oh, we got a racer. Someone who wants to race.
Got someone sat across from me. I think it's Ford GT.
Let's see if he wants to race. Shall we, guys? Yes, he wants to race me, guys. Let's put this GTR to shame, shall we? Sorry, GTR, but muscle beats import every time. You know what I say? Every time. Sorry, guys, I had to do that bit from Fast Four, where Dwight says to Brian, "No, loves that. Right, reputation mustn't be simple every time. You know what I say? Every time." If he has his little Mustang, he makes it think that he can beat everything, and then Brian decides to get him busted a little bit. Well, he plants meth in his apartment, in Dwight's apartment, and Dwight's like, yo, I haven't done anything, bro. And then Brian, yeah?
I think I blew the gearbox in my Buick.
Where are you? And then Brian turns around and goes, "You're under arrest for distribution of meth." And Dwight turns around and goes, "Meth? Dwight's never touched that shit, bro." And then Brian pulls out the meth out of his pocket and goes, "Dwight has now." And he just drops it on the table and he's like, "They ain't mine." And it's like, so it says it starts, one bloke goes, "That's not, that's not going to stick, right?" He goes, "Yeah, it's not supposed to." And it does make me laugh sometimes, that does. But these people, they really need to understand what these cars are, or where they're from. Especially if they read the number plate. Can you hear what I can hear?
Yeah.
Police sirens, I'm getting the hell out of here. Sorry guys, when I hear police sirens, I don't stop.
You've got this guy right behind you.
Which one?
That's fuck.
Hopefully they can't catch the flying Charger. As you can see, guys, I do practically anything to get away from the cops. Literally anything. Fun little fact for you guys from the first Fast and Furious, where they're all like lined up on the race where Dwight, I'm not sure what name of the dude was in the Evo.
I didn't hit you, did I?
I can't remember his name.
So I didn't hit you, did I?
No, you don't. I can't remember that dude's name. But it's like that dude there, and then you got Brian, Dwight, which is the little dude, and the little dude, who happens to be a rapper, which did, I think his name's Jaru, I think it is. Oh no, we got the police again.
what I've done. What I've done to the police
Yeah, but I got the police car after me, and it's where they're already all starting like going to start off the race. They're all put into first, but Dom, is a sneaky one. He drops it into second, which gives him the power boost. And
he thought I was going to pull away. I started the engine. He thought I was going to pull away.
which makes it so Dom is actually in front. But then it's the fun part is where what's his name, Brian decides to pass Dwight, and Dwight looks to her as he looks to the side and sees Brian come past. His famous line was, "No, Monica," as he went flying past it. And of course he gets it line with Dom, and then all of a sudden he tries to be a bit of a clever person, Brian does, but he forgets that he's running direct port nitrous injection in his Eclipse, which is very dangerous. Because it comes up on his laptop saying, "Warning, danger to the manifold." But then he's listened to it, he slams the laptop down. Shut up! And he hears it, and he's like, "Just shut up!" Then he slams the laptop lid down, and then all of a sudden it's just he hits the nitrous, and then all of a sudden it's there's bolts coming out of the floor on his car. Sorry, dude, but you're not blocking me in. Muscle car beats him for every time. And I say every time. And then the sparks start to come up off the bottom of the car, which goes up into the car, which makes it a little bit dangerous for poor Brian. And then all of a sudden it's the part what just goes flying out from underneath the car, which happens to make the car a lot lighter, which makes it so it goes just past Dom, and then all of a sudden Dom looks and thinks, "Nah, you're not beating me." He presses a special button on his dash which pulls out the hazard button, and he has a little nitrous button on inside of that, and he presses that and beats Brian, which comes the famous part.
Doesn't he have four bottles enough in the sea?
Yeah. Which has the famous line from that piece, which is, "Two Dom almost had you. Almost had me. You never had me. You never had your car. Granny shifting, not double clutching like you should. Look at that showing up and blow the wells on the intake. Almost had me. Now me and Mad Scientist got ripped out the block. Place close and runs a front. As we do this, when he was running. Then all of a sudden it's the cops what comes in and then tries to bust them. And bus, which does make it quite funny. Jesse's running to his car, he's like, "Dom, get in your car, go," that kind of thing, because he's running like, well, he's only young, Jesse is, bless him, and he's funny, but he has like, what's it, attention?
He's got ADD.
Yeah, which is like something
Do you want to know? Like, I can relate to the character of Jesse because I've got ADHD, which is in the same family as ADD.
Which is like not a very nice thing to have, but with Jesse though, he failed school, he dropped out of school, and he literally just dropped out of school. And, oh no, the session's ending. 4 minutes 50. Damn. And of course, he's like, because when they're doing the, well, I don't want to get to that bit just yet. It's like, but then it's like obviously Dom's like getting into it. Screw you. Excuse my language, people. But I just had a skyline just literally bash into me. They don't do that with a certain car. They bring out something, which is what was I? Yeah, it's like so. Like the cops are coming in. And everyone scraps. Dom does a bit of a stupid move and goes. Well, he doesn't do a stupid move, but he does do quite a pretty smart move. Goes past his car in the parking garage.
Oh yeah, I know
And
which one.
yeah, and he puts his coat on as normal, just casually strolling down the footpath walkway until a cop car decides to spot him. And the cop car tries to get stop still. And I'm sorry guys, I'm trying not to lose my temper with this person. It's like really, they're really starting to get to me at the moment. These people are these GTRs because they're just following around now, and they're just destroying the cars at the moment. But yeah, so it's like Dom's strolling down the road, minding his own business, trying to act like a normal civilian, as any most wanted person will try and do. Wow, when I say most wanted people, well, Dom is like it's supposed to have done 3 years in Lock Park or something for beating a guy half to death with a socket wrench. I'll get to that bit in a little while. But it's like yeah, so it's like one minute he's walking down the road and then it's like the cop car stops and he sees him and he starts to chase after him, but he comes out of nowhere to save him from the cops. Brian with his Eclipse, and I thought at first that his Eclipse was
I thought
kind
it was
of
buggered.
I thought it was actually broke, but for some reason he could still drive it, which was actually very surprising. And
Hmm.
but he picks him up, he gets him in the car, and they're getting away from the cops. And then after they got away from the cops, and Dom turns around and goes, "Have you done this before? Oh, are you a woman? You done this before?" "No, never." And of course, and he goes, "Have you boost cars?" "No, never." He goes, "Never done time?" "Only a couple of overnights, no big deal." And then of course Brian and Dom turns around, drops and gets Brian good and proper with going, "So how about that 2 years in juvie then for boosting cars?" And then of course Brian gets proper hostile about that one, which is wow. Anyone would really if they tried like hiding what they've done in the past, and someone found out what they did, and then they goes and let's say for example one of you guys got locked up for something stupid, and then he said that he never got locked up, and then someone found out that he did, like off the internet, and then said that he said about it, and then you'd be like, how did you know? Nobody else knows, kind of thing. And it's it's weird. It's like it's not weird, but it's just different. If you know what I mean? But yeah, so it's like he says it's like a 2-star, right? And then he goes, yeah, and then all of a sudden it's Johnny Tran and his cousin Lance pulls up, like not pulls up, but comes up by the side of him on their bikes, and it's of course it's one of them things what happens, which is they take him into their territory and they hold him. One of them holds him at gunpoint while the other one's checking around the car. And Chandler says, "It's a nice car. Is this yours?" He goes, "No, it's his now." He goes, "No, then I haven't taken delivery for it." So then Chan turns around and goes, "Ah, so it's nobody's car." And then he says to his cousin Lance, who's wearing the snakeskin pants in that one, as they say, "What do you think, Lance?" It's amazing. It's a nice, amazing piece of machine. And then Chan turns around and goes, "Yes, indeed." And then he goes, "I'll see you in the desert next month. I'll be ready to have your ass handed to you," he said to Dom. But then Dom turns around and goes, "You better have more than that crotch rocket. You better more than that crotch rocket." And goes, "I've got something for you." And as they're about to drive away, Brian goes, "Well, how was that all about?" He goes, "A long story, I'll tell you later." As he's about to get in the car, God damn you, new server. Sorry about that, guys. um, yeah, so it's like, as they're about to get in the car, Tran and Lance come back again, and they shoot the car, which, well, sets it on fire somehow. Well, not somehow, but obviously if you do shoot a car in the right place, it will set on fire. And then, of course, Dom noticed that
Shit.
there's Nos
Nos.
still, and he shouts out, "Nos!" So they both run to cover. Then the car does a massive bunny up in the air, and I felt sorry for that car, literally, for it to be blown up. And that's why you should never play with nitrous, unfortunately, because it does create a big explosion. And so yeah, so on the bright side, you can go really fast with nitrous, but on the bad side, you can get blown up by it as well. So, but I ain't go into detail on that bit. So yeah, so they gotta walk back to where they gotta go, and so then Brian goes, "So what the hell was that all about?" He goes, "It's a long story. I'll tell you later." So he finally tells him. It said it was a business deal what went sour, and I made the mistake of sleeping with his sister as well. So so Dom made the mistake of sleeping with Johnny Chan's sister, which made things very uncomfortable
What
for
parked
Johnny
next
Chan.
to me?
Me?
Oh, you.
Yeah, in the Barracuda. Oh yeah, this is the car I got for Letty. It's the Plymouth Barracuda. I know it doesn't look quite like hers, though, but I have tried my hardest to get it to look like hers, exactly like her. But it's so hard to get all the pieces for the cars.
I'm gonna kill her.
Why?
She just has a photo of my heart. Like, I'm just like carrying on with her. I went, oh,
Yeah, so it's like, so they get a cab back to the house, Dom's house, and then Dom, as Brian's just walking away, Dom turns around and goes, "What's going on? Want a drink?" And he goes, "Yeah, sure." So Mia's up in the window looking, and then she's like, "Oh," kind of thing out the window, and then she changes to the top, comes down the stairs, and then, of course, Dom walks straight in with a very look on his face. Leon tries to get out of it, but he's like, "Was just about to come looking for you, bro," and then Dom knocks his beer out of his hand, and then he walks straight up to Vince, and he's like, "Where were you?" He goes, "There was masked cops. That shit was orchestrated." He goes, "Is this your beer?" He goes, "Yeah, of course that's my beer." And he takes his beer, and of course, Brighton walks through the door. He goes, "Dom, why did you bring the Buster back?" The Buster brought me back. He didn't run back to the fort. The Buster brought me back." And of course, when he's saying, basically what he's saying is that Brian brought Dom back, like, saved Dom from the cops and brought him back to their house without being caught by the cops. And it's their sort of like lingo saying like that he gets them out of handcuffs, which is basically cops, obviously, in their lingo. And then the fort is obviously the house, obviously. And then it's like, so yeah, so Dom is walking past the door, and then he sees Jesse with a bird, and then he goes, "Yeah, Weinstein, you can't detail the car, a car with the cover on it." And then obviously you get Letty's lent against the door jamb, goes, "You're alright?" And then Dom turns and goes, "Am I alright?" And she goes, "It's just a question." And then of course Leon, Vince, Jesse try ganging up on Brian, and then
doesn't work.
no, because then Mia pulls him away from them, which tells him to go get her a drink. And then you find out that Brian is an undercover cop, because his sergeant comes and picks him up. Makes out that he's arresting him, but he takes him to their little headquarters, which is very nice for coppers to ruin with their surveillance and everything else. But I think they'd be sour about that, because I do like that house, but unfortunately they did turn it into a little piggy bank. I ain't being horrible or anything, but like a piggy bank, but like a police station kind of thing. But like not where they take the criminals, obviously, but they're just like doing like surveillance kind of like stuff on Toretto and his gang. Well, not his gang, but his team. And that's where Brian gets the Tiat Supra, where it's a sort of a derrick to start off with, and he pulls it up to Dom's garage, and he goes, "What you got there?" He goes, "This is your car." He goes, "I said a 10-second car, not a 10-minute car." And then, of course, the other decide to make some jokes about it. You can push this across the finish line or turret, and then Dom turns around and goes, "You couldn't turn across the finish line." And then Brian goes, "Okay." And then Dom's like, "I have faith in you." There's certain junk atmosphere of Dom. Because it popped the hood, and of course, when they pop the hood, they find out it's got a 2JC engine, which is actually a very powerful engine. And as Jesse explains, if you put 100 grand or more into it, it will decimate all after about 100 grand or more into that engine. And then, of course, Dom says if you have to, actually no, Jesse goes if you have to order overnight parts from Japan. Then Dom turns around and goes, we'll put it on my tab at Harris. And then Jesse is very happy about that because he gets to pay with the parts for the car.
He goes first.
Yes. But then it's the part where Jesse says to Brian that he has ADD, like
attention deficit disorder.
That's the word. And he said that maths he failed. His English was crap or something. He said it was about.
What was he said? He goes, you should be a taught student at Harvard or something, didn't he?
You should be going to MIT or something. And
that was it. You should be studying at MIT. But no, that's
yeah, he got like ADD. And it's like he failed his maths, failed his English, and then obviously it's like he dropped out of school. But it's something about engines what calms him down. So it's like
you can see what I could say. You'd see what I'm laughing at.
But it's like something about engine what calms Jesse down, and I'm not sure what it is. What makes it what engine does to him calms him down. But for some reason they actually calm him down, which is actually pretty cool.
Mini.
Yeah.
The security here is mocking my Buick.
Don't worry, I'll mock him in a minute. Listen at what he won't like.
To net, it's now sitting. Oh. Oh, the host. I sent her a photo there, me with the headset on, saying that I look nerdy, and she went, not at all. I do want to pick up my nerd with the headset on, so like you don't.
It's like, yeah, so it's like Jesse's like showing Brian the basic layout of the cars, and he's showing what like suspension we'll put onto the car as well, which will add £2. It gives better traction, and explains it all to him. And then they're building up the car, and then Dom says, "You got plans tonight?" Yeah, he goes, going out to dinner. He goes, "You break your heart, I'll break your neck." And then Brian turns around and goes, "That ain't gonna happen." He never. But to be honest with you, Brian never does break his heart. Well, he did, but when he said that he was a cop. But that's yeah.
Watch this video.
What, that one I just burst into?
Yeah. I'm keeping an eye on him.
But it's like, whoops.
He was pushed him up.
I just pushed him up. But it's like, when they get, like, because Dom wants to go show Brian the legendary Charger, which is 900 horses of Detroit muscle, and he says, "Do you know what she running upon Doom?" He goes, "No, 9 seconds flat." There's so much torque.
I'm out of here, dude.
I'm out of the fucking tune-up shop. I instead in the tune-up shop. Fuck that. And he goes, "It's got so much torque. The chassis twisted coming off the line." And then Brian, he turns around and goes, "What's your best time in here?" He goes, "I've never driven." He goes, "Why not?" He goes, "Because it scares the shit out of me." And it's like, I'm sad I think it's like, hold on a minute. You're driving. It's like, he drives Mazda, and it's like, he does 140 in his Mazda. And yet, he won't drive the Charger. And it's like, what the hell? What's going on? Why won't you drive the Charger? But then it...
What's going to me without seeing it?
What's that?
He must have driven it because there's no it scares the shit out of me. Think about it. He must have driven it at some point. You've got company.
But it's like, he explains though, like, it explains what happens, like with his father, and what actually happened.
Whoa, whoa,
It's
whoa, what's his live name? Just
his live name is
Dominic Kenton, Crenda, whatever the fuck it is.
Dominic
What do you want?
Netter 200. And he explains to Dom. No, he doesn't explain to Dom. He explains to Brian what happened to his father with the car, and it's like I reckon it's like the first time he's ever actually said anything to anyone about what happened, because he trusts Brian, and which actually surprises me because Dom doesn't know that he's a cop, and what but yeah.
Is this guy trying to drive with us or something? Or is he trying to?
No idea.
Really?
Don't scratch my car.
He is. He's trying to be one of Willock.
Yeah, he's trying to be one of us. And look, sorry guys, I'm just gonna quickly show you this bloke here. He's trying to be one of us, and yeah, it's not working really well, dude, because we didn't have any of them cars in Fast and Furious. So get that car out of here.
Although, but Ikora is the American equivalent of the Nissan. So.
Yeah. But it's like where Dom had explained to Brian like where.
I actually like this because like you give them a little backstory about the characters.
It's where Dom has literally explained it all to Brian, and Brian's literally sat there in the chair listening to it, every detail of what he's saying, and he was saying about where he beat the guy half to death with a socket wrench, like a wrench. And I did feel sorry for that poor bloke who he beat half to death with the wrench. But he said after he finished hitting him, he couldn't lift. When he was done, he couldn't lift his arm. And it was just like
the exact words for that were, I hit him to the point where I couldn't lift my arm.
Yeah. And it's like, and then Dom says a little thingy quote what he says. It's what is it? I live my life a quarter mile at a time. Nothing else matters. Not the store, not the mortgage, not my team, and all their bullshit. For them 10 seconds or less, I am through. But then they close. Sorry, I don't know if you guys had just caught that, but this bloke's trying to be one of us, and he's just come flying back again, and near enough totaled his car. But yeah, so it's like as he said, like for them 10 seconds or less, I'm free. They come out of the garage, and then they close the garage up, and then it comes to the point where the Supra, and I love that Supra.
He's taunting me, isn't he?
But with the like when they was taking the Supra,
put him to shame.
I haven't got the right car.
No, I mean noise. That thing would put the noise of that would put that in shame. Yeah. Gonna go.
Yeah, so it's like when they take.
I just made that mistake, you know, doing GTA, you know, when I go to push the horn. I'm gonna put my truck horn. Gonna go to the spot where I'll go and hang out.
Yeah. So it's like. This is when they take the Supra for a test drive, or Brian's driver, he likes to take it for a good blast down the road to start off with, pulls up the handbrake, turns it behind the corner, and then takes it down the straight. And then they pull up, and there's a Ferrari what pulls it by the side of it, and it's Brian what turns around. Nice car, it's a retail on one of those. When the Ferrari. Yeah. And as he raises his car, he's like, yeah, that Ferrari's got nothing on this car. And you just
can I do a bit of Dom service?
Yeah.
Brian looks down, he's supposed smoking.
And it's just like they take obviously like take off. They go racing along the highway, and then Brian comes across a vehicle, which is like sighting his view.
What is this Akira's problem?
I don't know. Which happens to be in their like way of when they're racing. So Brian decides to go on the wrong side of the road, and surprisingly, Dom literally holds onto the top of the windshield, and he's like kind of scared at that point because he doesn't know what Brian's like when he's driving. So when they get to where they're going, Brian confronts him. Like he says, there's no way in hell you paid for all that shit underneath the hood of those cars by doing tune-ups on groceries, whatever it is. What you're doing, I want in on too. And that's where it comes to race wars. So what they do is he gives them directions to race wars, and when they're at race wars, well, before they get to race wars, it's like obviously Brian goes and raids Johnny Tran's house. Well, not raids his house, but arrests Johnny Tran and Lance and all the others. But all they could find on him was outstanding speeding tickets and later on weapon charges, and they got bailed out by their father. And of course, at race wars, Jesse makes the mistake of racing Johnny Tran for slips, and Brian says going up to the trailer where they're staying. I don't know how he knew which trailer it was what they had, but he knew somehow. So it's like pretty surprising that was. And of course, as he was about to knock on the door, Jesse comes bursting out the door, and he knocks poor Brian out with the door. And
that made me laugh.
And he goes, "What you got in your hands? A pink slip?" To Jetta. He's like, "Yeah." And he goes, "You can't pitch your dad's car." He goes, "That's right. I'm not losing. This fool's running a Honda 2000. I'll win. That way me and Dad can roll together when we get out of prison. It's all good." And he goes, "Yeah, but you'll throw you right back in prison. They'll throw him right back in prison as soon as after he kills you." And then of course Jesse's like, "Shit, I'm up." So and then Leon puts his car up onto the starting line, which he's a nice lad. Leon is. He's one of them people who like swearing is like a basketball like shirt kind of thingy, like jersey. That's the one. And he says to Jesse, "You gotta visualize the win. You gotta listen to me, man. Visualize the win." And of course, Brian says, "So who's it you're racing?" And then the windows come down on the S2000, and they see it's Tran. And Brian goes, "Don't do it, Jesse. I bet he's got more than 100 grand underneath that car." And then Jesse ain't listening to Brian because he's trying to visualize the win. And when they're racing down the straight, Jesse made the mistake of hitting the light just too early, and that's where that famous line comes in. Is what I said earlier was too soon, Junior, because Johnny Tran hits his nitrous and takes off straight down past him, and Jesse's reaction was no, and as Tran went over the finish line, it was shit from Jesse. And then of course Leon says to Vince and Dom, "Hey, heads up, we got trouble." And then Dom saying, "Where's Jesse going?" To say, "Just race Tran for slips." And obviously Dom's expression was not a nice one, unfortunately.
I've not seen like Vin when he did that scene with chat when he did that. It actually scared me the first time I seen it because I've not seen him that angry.
But then it was the part where Tran comes back up and he goes, "Where's he going?" And then Dom turns around and replies, "I've gone to the car wash." And then Tran turns around and goes, "Whatever, go fetch my car." He goes, "Go fetch your car? We're not on your block anymore, so you better watch who you speak to like that." And of course, Tran turns around, gets angry. Toretto! SWAT came into my house, disrespecting my whole family, because someone knocked me out. You know what? It was you. And as he says that, Dom lands a hell of a punch and knocks him down to the floor and carries on punching him. And then Vince and the security bloke tries pulling Dom off of Tran, and then Dom breaks free again and gives him a hell of a punch, which splits his eye. And then he's like screaming, like, I never knocked on nobody. I never knocked on nobody. And then all of a sudden, Lance, Johnny Tran's cousin, comes walking over to try and help, and then he bumps in. I think it was one of the security guards bumped into Letty, and Letty was not happy. When he seen Lance literally come to the rescue, she knocks him out. Literally.
That must have been humiliating for him.
But I'm not being horrible or anything though, guys, but wouldn't you guys feel embarrassed if a girl knocked you out with one punch? I know I would. I'd be very embarrassed if a girl knocked me out with one punch, literally. But then that came to the part where it was coming to the nighttime part where Dom, Vince, Letty, and Leon went to go hijack the trucks. He's annoying me as well. And of course, it said we're a man down, so Letty, I need you on the left side. And then there's something's wrong. And then Dom's like, stop. And then Leon's like, Gaff, this is right. It don't feel good. And it's like, stop saying that or something. It's like, because it's like, it shouldn't be doing it without Jesse, because Jesse's part of that team to help hijack the trucks, which is a bit unfortunate. He's like, he don't know what, he's scared, poor Jesse is. He's like, as I'll explain in a minute after this bit, it's like Leon, Vince, Dom and Letty are going to hijack the truck, of course, but they don't know that Trucker is armed with a shotgun, a sawn-off shotgun, that is. So they're going for the truck, and obviously Vince and Dom are at the front of the truck, at the front, and then Vince puts the first grapple hook through the windscreen to pull it out, and then he uses the second one to get put it into the chair. God damn pedestrian. And then all of a sudden it's as he's about to jump out of off the car, Dom's shouting to Vince, get back in, because you can see that the driver's got a shotgun. But Vince, he decides to jump as soon as he hears Dom tapping on the sunroof. He jumps, doesn't he? So then he finds out that the bloke's got a shotgun, and then he takes off his helmet like a numpty. So he's actually got his face seen now, so he can't really hide his face anymore. And then he's screaming to Dom to get me off this thing. And he's saying to unhook yourself, but he can't get the wire off. And then all of a sudden, it's like he says on the count of 3, jump. And of course, as Dom says 3, the trucker hits the brakes, which launches poor Vince from off the front of the truck around to the side, which wraps the wire around his left arm, which is digging into his arm, and it's literally cutting his arm open. And Vince is shouting to Dom that he can't get his arm free, and Dom's saying to unhook yourself, but he can't hear Vince saying that his arms thingy. But the trucker is actually firing at Vince through the door, which is, well, I bet that'd be scary for anyone really, having a gun being fired at through the door. But yeah, so poor Vince is stuck on the truck. I know Vince and Brian have history seeing each other, but it's just one of them things what people have between on each other and all that. But they do help each other out there. But it's Vince is proper scared now. He's on the truck. He can't get off the truck. He's got his arm stuck. And then Letty says, "Move out the way, Dom. Move out the way. I'm coming to get him." So she comes up to the side of the truck. And then she comes from the one side to the other, and then she sits in front of the truck saying, "Come on, boy, your shot doesn't get better than this." And of course, he puts a shot through the back window, and she's like, "You son of a bitch," kind of thing. And then it's like she's not very happy, and then she tries to help out Dom, but then the trucker rams her off the road, and Dom's like, "Letty!" And then he gets on the radio to Leon. It's like, "Leon, yo, pull back for Letty. I got her. You get Vince off that truck, kind of thing. And then it's not Vince. Leon stops. He literally spins the car around, but then he just makes the car for some reason it's like halfway, and then he does something. She jumps all the way back round, so it's like facing towards where I can't get my words out. Where Letty has crashed. Well, not crashed, but where the trucker rammed her off the road. So he's like going back for her, and Dom's trying to like help Vince off the truck, but then he's got shot in above his waist. So he's bleeding out from his waist and his arms, so which is like very dangerous like scenario. So he could die within like a matter of minutes. So then Dom's trying to help him, and then the trucker shoots the engine to Dom's car, which, well, as all you guys will know, a bullet to an engine will kill him. So it kills as the car is slowly dying. But all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Brian and Mia come flying up in the Toyota Supra, which I love. That car has just got a beautiful sound to it, aggression as well. It comes flying up. They see Leon and Letty in the like coming up to their car, and then they see Dom on the side of the road, and as Dom's like starting the road, he's like trying like doing something in the car, and then all he hears straight past his car, and Dom's like looking out the window, and he sees like Brian going up to the truck to get Vince off the truck, and then it's like, which is now it's a bit. Now it's getting a bit confusing, this bit is for me at the moment, because my head is just like all over the place. So it's like when they get close to the truck, he says they knock the I can't get my words out. They do they manage to get the sunroof off. And then it's like Mia says, "What are you gonna do?" He says, "I'm gonna get him." She goes, "What?" He goes, "Put your foot on, take the wheel." She's like, "What?" "Put your foot on the gas." So she does. He gets onto the side of the car, and then he's gonna jump onto he jumps onto the truck and helps out Vince. So he gets the wire off his arm, and then unhooks him off the wire, and then he throws him. He tells Mia to get closer to the truck so he can finally get Vince into the car, which is, wow, it's a very risky maneuver. Not session ends again, for God's sake. There's still no people in it. Yeah, so he's getting off the truck, and then as he's about to jump onto the car, the lorry driver, let's just say he's got his gun locked and ready to shoot Brian, but Brian manages to jump off the truck just in time, which is very lucky. I was actually like pretty shocked there. I thought if Brian got shot in there, it was like, how the hell would they finish the Fast and the Furious franchise off without him, kind of thing. It's like he's part of the team. You can't die in the first one. That's not fair. But then all of a sudden, it's like he's literally on top of the Supra right now, and then the truck tries to ram him off the road, and then Mia decides to swerve, and then as she swerves, they go off the road, and she's like, "Damn it," kind of thing. So then they get Vince out the car, down onto the floor, and then they have to call in lifeline straight away. Within 10 minutes, he'll be dead if they don't get him to a hospital. So they get him to the hospital, but then here's the bad part. Dom finds out that Brian had lied to him, saying that he wasn't a cop, but when he was a cop, and Dom's reaction, oh, not good. He was like really angry.
In that case, you can see Dom was literally on a warpath.
Yep. And when they put Vince into the air ambulance, well, you call it air ambulance, I don't know they call it in their country. I just call it an air ambulance so it's easier to understand. And then, of course, so Brian stood there as after they put him into the thingy, and Dom shouts to Mia to get in the car, and then they get into the last Honda Civic, what they use, and then they go back to the house, and then Leon and Letty are long gone. because Dom's going to go find Jesse, but he has the charger out the garage onto the drive, and I gotta admit I do love that charger.
That's an iconic sight, seeing it parked on the drive.
And then as Brian pulls up, blocks the entrance, Dom comes out with a shotgun, and he's like, and Brian's like, put the gun down now, and then Dom's like, move your car. Nah, bullshit, no more running, put the gun down now. And then Dom turns around and goes, I'm not running. And then of course he goes, Brian, I gotta find Jesse before they do. So I'll pull in the plates and get PED, pick him up, wait before Johnny Tan gets near him. And then Dom gets proper hostile about that, and he cops the shotgun. And then Mia pops tries to take into it. Dom, it's over, please. Stop this, Dom, it's over. And then Dom's like, Mia, stay out of it. And I was about to say, Brian, leave the car. Jesse pulls up in the Jesser. And
the scene that you're just about mentioning, it actually upset me the first time I saw it. Because like I said earlier, I can relate to his character with me having ADHD.
And
it actually upset me seeing that happen.
And poor kid, he's scared. He doesn't know what he's doing, because he says to Dom, Dom, I'm so sorry. And Dom's like, Jesse, what was you thinking, man? I don't know, I panicked. He's I'm scared, I don't know what I'm doing, can you please help me? As he's saying that, Johnny Tran and Lance are coming up on their dirt bikes with their submachine guns or silencers, and Brian and Dom see them, but Jesse's still standing there, and as they're taking shots at them, Brian, Dom and Mia duck down, but poor Jesse, I feel sorry for him, he gets shot, and he dies, and I'm literally here right now. I know I'm a man. I'm supposed to be manly about these things, but seeing one of the characters die in Fast and the Furious, it actually did bring a tear to my eye. I ain't gonna lie. Seeing that poor kid get shot.
Like I say, I owned up there because I have pretty much the same disability as the character had, and it's like, when I saw that, I put myself in his shoes. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So like, it hit me really hard knowing that the character he was playing had the same disability as me.
But it's like seeing that poor kid get shot there. He was only young, and he was scared as well.
He made a stupid mistake.
Yeah. Hey, he didn't know what he was doing though at the time, because he was just scared. He needed help, but then he got shot there, didn't he? Poor bugger.
I can see that this is a fucking hear it in your voice.
And it's not nice though, seeing the poor innocent person getting shot over nothing. And then it's like his car as well got shot as well, and that really did upset me when they shot his car as well. So as they drove past, he just held the gun sideways and just shot, and it hit the car and it hit him as well. But it was one bullet what hit him as well, what actually killed him. Poor bugger. But it was
you heard that there, didn't you, when I took a breath in?
It was like that point though is when, because it was Mia and Dom was thinking Jesse to like try to keep stop him from dying properly. But he died there when Mia was holding him, and then Brian started getting.
Wasn't me, right? Can I put in here? Wasn't me? Or would you see at that point Dom just snapped?
He really did get angry. Dom did. Because you could see on the look on his face. And then it
Don't go there, Beamer.
And then it was Brian, he started to jump in the Supra and chase after them. And then Dom, he started to get up. And then Mia was like, Dom, no, Dom, no. And he gets into the Charger, but he goes the opposite way. And I was trying to figure out why he was going the opposite way, but it was a shortcut, so he could take one of the bikers out, which actually surprised me how he did it, because it was like, start off with, Brian was behind the bikers, and then all of a sudden, one of the bikers, I think it was Lance, yeah, it was Lance, he was got behind Brian, he was trying to shoot Brian, but then Dom come out of the side road, swung the back end of the Charger around, which hit the bike, but Lance could have landed that bike there, how he went down, but he did a super. I think he hit the front brake. I think it was what tripped him
Went
off.
over the, hit the front brake, went over the handlebars.
Yeah, and then the bike
That made me
literally
laugh.
hit him as well. But that though, the bike hitting him. So them bikes aren't exactly light. They're actually heavy. But then it was Brian who had the one biker left to take out, and he was chasing after him. Then, as soon as Tran started firing, Brian stopped the car and he took a few shots at Tran, and he finally hit him. But he hit him like in the side, which actually killed him. Then it looked like it killed him, but when he slid along the floor towards the wall, he put his hands up against his face, but it was actually, I don't know if it was like nerves or whatever, what happened, what kicked in now or what, but then he went to go check on him, but he was actually dead, which comes up to the best scene ever of the movie, I reckon, one of the best scenes ever. And it comes to the part where Dom and Brian have a drag race, a Toyota Supra versus the stunning Charger.
American muscle versus export. I mean,
but
we've pretty much covered his full story.
Yeah, but it's like that's
in one full session,
pretty much. But that scene though it was when they was like when Dom was pulling up, he stops. Then Brian was like trying to figure out what was going on, so he stops as well. But then I think Brian was going to say something, but then Dom said, "I used to drag here back in high school. That railway crossing is exactly a quarter mile from here. On green, I'm going for it." And of course, he drops it down into, I think it was into neutral. I think it was to start off with, revving up, and all of a sudden, as soon as it hit green, the legendary fucking wheelie of a lifetime comes out of nowhere, burns up both wheels, and the next minute the whole car just literally goes up on the back wheels, going along, and there's Dom just sat there casually putting in a wheelie, and the next minute, poof, straight back down again. Literally the front end actually bounced, which nearly put him off track. But what got me was though is that the turbo pipe had split halfway down that drag race, which actually scared Dom a little bit. And poor Dom though, he was looking down, looking over at Brian. He was trying to figure out what was going on. But it was like there was racing. Yeah.
You know when you see him mucking about with the gear stick. What's he doing?
He's dropping it down. I think he was dropping it down the gear. I think it was.
No, because you see, like when he's sitting, he's got one hand on the wheel, and you see him looking, and he's mucking about with the gear stick. He's mucking about with the gears, trying to do something.
But I think he was trying to drop it down into the next gears. I think he was. But then it was like when it got to when it comes to like the slow motion part, he literally pushed it forwards. And as he did that, he got more speed over Brian, but Brian had to use his nitrous to keep up with the Charger. And then as it comes...
That scene scared me, because it's like, you're thinking, shit, that train.
Yeah. But they actually wanted to get the train closer to the cars, but the stuntmen said no more closer. If we get the train any closer, it's going to wipe out the cars. And
a little bit of movie knowledge for you here.
What's that?
You know when the wheelie gets popped in fast?
Yeah.
That apparent, I don't know if that's a stuntman or if that's actually Dom, because I know in a later movie, Vin, when he wheelies the Daytona,
wasn't it?
No, the Daytona.
Daytona. Oh yeah.
When he wheelies the Dodge Daytona, that's him doing that. But I don't know if it was a stuntman in the first one.
I think it was a stuntman in the first one. I think.
Good question for you. What is it with Dom fucking wheelie?
Honestly, I'm not sure. It's like how he does his cars up, I reckon.
Oh fucking hell, this thing can move now.
But it's like with that scene though with the train, it's like when you see him when they're going towards that railway crossing, Dom's like looks over and looks down. He puts it into another gear. I don't know how many gears that Charger had there at that time, so I lost count of how many times he changed gear. but it's like Brian though, he drops his down into fifth, and then hits the nitrous to help like to keep up with Dom. But then I reckon he changed it back into sixth after he kept up with him. And as they went over that crossing though, I felt sorry for poor
Fucking
Dom.
hell.
It was the look
that
on
you?
his. No, it wasn't me. So you see the look on poor Dom's face. He's like, whoa, kind of thing, looking at the train, like proper scared. But when he was going towards the track, he was like literally sat back in the chair, like really, like literally crapping his pants. I reckon. Literally just like sat there crapping it. He's thinking, what am I doing? What am I doing? The next minute, it's just straight over, and there's like a sigh of relief. He's like, ah, and the next minute, as Brian looked over at Dom, he's like looked again. He's like kind of like, whoa, watch out, kind of thing. Like he's about to say it, but he couldn't. But he's just like the facial expression, like, whoa, look out. And as Dom looked, there was a truck what pulls out, but that truck, it actually had a ramp on the side, which made actually made that car go up in the air like that. But I felt sorry for that poor car though, because it got totaled. But what Brian did though was actually one of the most not weirdest things, but
that was noble.
One of the best things I've ever seen in film. Because he's like, he knew he was a wanted man, and he's like, but he went running over to the car there, and he's like shouting, Dom, kind of thing. And he's like, that's not like what I had in mind, kind of thing. And he's like, climbs out the car, and he could hear the sirens, but then he's like, he holds up the keys to the Supra and gives them to him. He goes, you know what you're doing? He goes, are you a 10-second car? And he literally gives him the Supra to get out. And it's just like, and then that's the end of the movie. That is when the sirens come, you got the music, and then that's the end of Fast 1. And for the next stream, we'll cover which Fast and the Furious should we cover next?
Up to you, bro. There I go again, sounding like Vince.
She'll cover the we shall cover Fast 2. Well, we've got two.
Just go through.
Yeah. Oh shit. We got two cars here from Fast and the Furious, Too Fast, Too Furious, and you've already seen the Evo, and now it's coming towards near the end of the stream, and I've promised you guys I'll show you this one. This is the one, the only Nissan Skyline GTR V-Spec, Paul Walker's.
You were saying,
yeah?
You've got two cars. You were saying about the two cars. I'm sitting in the other one, aren't I?
Yep. Now this one, oops, my bad. Sorry, I was gonna select that. Right. Now this car, ladies and gents, this is where you want to play the song Wiz Khalifa and not Charlie Puth. See you again for this car. Because earlier when I was using this car for a race, I was listening to that song, and I was nearly tearing up. I was riding this car, like not riding it, but driving this car. It's an absolute beast. But the Skyline though, I'm gonna give you a little quick teaser for the second stream.
You know what? Again, you probably understand why I am. Not just because of what that car means.
This car though, ladies and gents, I'll tell you a little thing. I'll give you a quick teaser to the next stream, but
watch it catches and water pretty more.
Now it's along the line. So I'll give you a little teaser to the next stream, ladies and gents. This car, what I'm driving now, in Too Fast, Too Furious. This was actually Brian's car in Too Fast, Too Furious. His own car, what he used in Too Fast, Too Furious.
Which is hard to believe. Oh, and it's funny you mention that. A little bit of movie trivia for them. Right, we know the answer.
Yeah.
Where he pulls the scene when he does the handbrake turn.
Yeah.
This is the guys in Steam. Do you think it's actually him, or do you think it's a stunt double?
drop a comment down below, guys, if you think it
Hello.
was a stunt double or if it was actually Paul Walker who did that scene. But if you guys, we'll do. I know what we can do. You know that spot where you like to go near the race dealership? We'll head up to there, and we'll do like do a bit of do a bit of a thingy for him. Because I'm already by the race dealership where the thing
I'm on my way
is.
now.
What we want to do is like for the grand finale, guys. What we're gonna do is like as in the tribute, you see, well, they say it was Paul Walker, but it was actually his brother Cody Walker in the tribute at the end, because you could tell it wasn't actually Paul Walker because he didn't have the tattoo on his arm, on the left arm, on his wrist, and you could tell by the facial expression as well. But it's like in that tribute there, it's like when they got near the end, they drove as they was driving down the road together. They went different ways, didn't they, at the end? But that's what we're gonna do with these two cars just here right now.
Dude, I'm sitting here, I'm tearing up.
I'm trying my hardest not to.
You know what I'm saying? I'm sitting here and I'm starting to tear up. Don't put your soul back later. No, it's because I know what we're getting close to, that's why it's happening.
But guys, if you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you guys are new to the channel, please subscribe, and if you like, whichever cars you liked, drop a comment down which cars you liked and the reason why. And please, guys, do give this video a thumbs up, because it took us absolutely ages to get these cars ready.
I don't know how much money I spent on this.
I had over $3 million what I spent on the cars. Literally doing them up, getting them ready, getting all the bodywork ready, everything. But this car though, guys, I've kept this car from the first time when I actually started playing this game. Because I picked it up off the dealership. But if you guys did like these cars, please drop a comment of which cars you liked, and we'll see if we might tease you. We might bring them back in the next stream. If you tell us which cars you liked, we'll drop them back in again. But we're gonna goddamn pedestrian.
I'm gonna have to reverse and do it again, aren't I? That would
Yeah.
drive back down.
But like I said,
dude, I did that in tubing diesel fashion there when I pulled away. I lit the tyres up when I pulled away.
leave a bit of a tyre mark on the road.
Which way are you going?
We'll go up this road as not. We go that way as normal, like towards the gas station, and then one of us goes up past goes long past the gas station, and one of us turns up that little road, kind of thing.
So, which way are we going?
Towards the garage this way. Sorry guys, I have to do a bit of a burnout pull out there then. But it's gonna cruise it along, nice and steadily.
That's gonna be difficult with this because of it wants to jump.
That's why I got my trigger just pushed in a little bit. I got it in second gear, like cruising along. This is where this is where you want to start playing that song, ladies and gents. I am literally trying my hardest not to tear up here with these two cars. It's a nice sight though to see two cars from the Fast and the Furious franchise again.
worst thing about this whole setup for the stream as well is that when my missus messaging is non-stop whilst I've been getting this set up.
But don't forget though, guys, please do give this a like and like, share, subscribe. Tell your friends to come have a watch of it. Don't forget to tell them to play the songs, what we said in the video as well, for you to play with these cars.
I'm gonna say this, someone created for Paul and it's kind of stuck to me for a while. Because if one day speed kills me, don't cry because I was smiling. Because I'm in a tunnel.
Alright, you go straight along, I'll pull off up this road up here.
Yeah.
Ride or die.
Ride or die, bro.
Hope you guys have enjoyed the stream. I'm literally here right now trying my hardest not to cry. I'm gonna be a man, I'm not gonna cry. If I do cry, I'll have to punch myself in the place where it hurts. Literally. To stop myself crying, even though it will make me cry even more because it'll hurt. But, like I said guys, hope you enjoy the video. Don't forget, drive safe, obey the rules. Well, occasionally obey the rules. If you have to speed, do it, just don't get caught. And as always, don't roll the car. Because if you roll the car, you're screwed. And I'll be coming for you. So, without further ado, ride or die.